All right, hey everyone, this is DayTraderRockStar, and tonight I'm going to be talking about some of the news and some of the stocks that go along with this breaking news that Google and Verifone have teamed up to put out pretty much an application called the Google Wallet, which enables your phone to use your phone instead of using cash or credit cards. And basically, you bring your phone to a point of sale terminal, and you wave your phone in front of it, and it'll debit your phone or debit your virtual cards, and you'll be able to pay like that. So you wouldn't have to really required cash. But there's a lot of other directions that this technology could go in, and it's based off of the technology called near field communication. Some of the companies that will deal with this, I honestly passionately feel that this next direction with technology and your phone, your smartphone, will really take off, and it'll become something that's very followed closely on the tech blogs. You're going to start hearing a lot about this, and I think we're kind of ahead of the game by recognizing this before it happens. So today we actually started getting into this. I actually put out a watch list last week, and it focused on the point of sale terminals, ATM type of stocks, and I guess you would call them point of sale stocks, POS. And the first one that we're talking about is the Verifone, which basically has the has the flag in the ground, has landed, and is really secured in this area. And Verifone really, they have their payments at the gas stations. You have Verifone payment areas. All the people, everyone uses them. Stores, grocery stores, delis. I always go to a deli that I have to swipe my card through. It's a Verifone little swiper. And so Google teaming up with Verifone and enabling their Android device to be able to pay like this. And this is really the number one, probably one of the best stocks to be in this field. I want to go over the other stocks that are also in a way related to this, and we could break these down also. So actually, Verifone not bad on this pullback. Just to look at the stock, stochastics have pulled back. This looks like a great buy at this point on Verifone. Now Google is the other stock that's actually mainly making this deal happen. And Google, just to do a chart update, I really do have a kind of an alert out on Google going into tomorrow, Friday, and going into early next week. I do believe that Google's going to break out of this 3-day pattern to the upside. And we'll probably just want to pay attention to that 523 area. If we get back above 523, watch for some serious upside here. So we're going to watch that tomorrow and see if we actually trade out. The stochastics also oversold. We're going to look for that to cross back up. So I do think Google's set up. Google with the e-wallet, first. And now Micros, MCRS. Another type of application. Verifone recently teamed up with Micros to form a application where people going out to dinner, you could use your phone to pay for dinner and stuff. So this is also another company that deals with that hospitality segment, where a lot of this application, a lot of this technology is going to be used outside buying things and stuff. So this is another good stock that's in that field, MCRS. And again, nice little pop today. It continues to look good. Also a buy at this point. NCR Corporation, National Cash Register, developed the first cash register back in 1880, mid 1880s, and the chart here is excellent. They also now are really the forefront of the self-checkout. When you have the self-checkout lines, you see in Home Depot or anywhere you're going, you see more and more self-checkout. Well, NCR has a lot of that embedded into these stores already. So this is another good point of sale stock, NCR, and continues to look really good. Stochastics also pulling back, but we're seeing that sideways consolidation. So this is a very bullish setup. RADS, RADS is another one. It's like a point of sale terminals. They also Very, trading near the highs, recent highs, right off the recent highs. Very strong stock. If you ever go into a restaurant or a McDonald's, something like that, you see that terminal at restaurants, and you make your order and they push it in the thing. Well, that's exactly what Radiant Systems does. The next one we're going to talk about is Nokia, N-O-K. Now, Nokia is interesting to put this one up because Nokia has a couple, what we call NFC-enabled devices, which already have the chip in there. Now, the thing is, the chip is the main component of what makes this work, and it has to be installed into a phone. So the phones that carry this first, the Android, the Nokia, the Sprint phone, are, again, could benefit from this also. There's also, the deals with the banks. The Citigroup is a big player in this. And some other Discovery Financial Services also a player in this. But Nokia puts out a couple phones with this chip in it. And Nokia has recently been just hammered. So just recognizing Nokia right now actually down by this, looking at it for the first time tonight, I really do like the Nokia setup right under $8. It's holding off of recent lows. This looks very interesting. So I'm going to bring this to the table tomorrow and take a look at it. Dolby, believe it or not, Dolby is working on the patent licensing program for NFC technology. Now, that I got off of Wikipedia when I did my research with this technology and stuff, and I don't really know what that represents and how that's going to play out, but they do have a little interest in this technology also. And Dolby, DLB, Dolby Laboratories, you probably know them best for being in a movie theater and hearing Dolby sound systems and stuff like that. Well, stock has been hit recently because they say a lot. You can't really enable Dolby on your computer or on your iPad because of the one speaker and whatever. I haven't been following, but now looking at it, you can see a possible double bottom here. Stochastics pulled back. So this one's actually setting up also on Dolby, DLB. So besides bringing you some good stocks on the point of sale and the NFC technology, most of these stocks are set up for buys at this point too. Now the other one, Broadcom, also deals with that. I do believe they also work on that near field technology also, communication technology and chips. And this one's pulled way back off the recent highs. And again, we had a nice spike today on volume, so we're going to look for this one. This is probably going to be a bottoming candle. If we get a pullback into it, I'd like to buy it into it. I don't know if we could chase it at this point, but it's really the first big, break up for a while. And it's, very bullish volume, very bullish stochastic crossover. So everything looks good on Broadcom going into tomorrow. And now the big one, the NXPI. These are this is the co-creator of the chip, of the near field communication chip. And that's NXPI is the symbol, NXP Semiconductors. Let me put this down here, NXPI. And when we knew this, again, because we were talking about this over the last few days, when the news actually hit about this Google Verifone, we looked at this real fast, and I said, well, these are the main players in the chip industry that supplies this chip for this technology. This is a pure play. This has got to be golden. So it jumped right in it. Jumped in it today, and a little before 12 o'clock, and not 20 minutes later, boom, stock shoots up over $1.50, almost up $2. And then slowly comes back and starts grinding back up. Now, at this point, we don't know if it was the announcement that NXP Semiconductors says that they're going to be the ones that will be working with Google, and their chip is going to be the chip they're going to be using, which it came out also. But it also said that a Tier 1 firm made some positive comments. And I'm like, well, that's when my alert went out. I wonder if I'm considered a Tier 1 firm. It was pretty funny to see this happen. So continue to hold on to this. This is the 5-minute chart, and this is really the pure play in this sector. And this is actually interesting that you got a pullback like this. Now this technology is not just for not just for digital wallets. There's a lot of other applications for this technology. Now, a couple of them of just thinking of exchanging money, just tapping your phone. Remember, your phone has to be like I think it works up to like 6 centimeters, and you could exchange things through, by bumping your phone. If you have whatever you're going to be using, electronic locks for your car, you could use your phone for that. This technology could be easily installed into cars now. Mobile commerce, going into a store, they read your phone, you all of a sudden get sent a coupon for a sale that's going on. This is really interesting because I think this is going to be kind of a social marketing tool eventually. Right now, your phone, you're going to go in there, they're going to know your phone's in the store, they're going to send out a message to it saying, hey, you know what, for the next, and this is what I envision, flash sale. It's going to be called flash sales. Like these this big social networking thing where the Groupon thing is taking off. But now imagine going into a store and all of a sudden everyone getting sent an advertisement saying for the next 30 minutes so-and-so is on sale in the housing department. And people are they're gonna eat that up because they're gonna think they're getting a sale. They are. They might be getting a sale. They might be, but anyway, the people are gonna say, wow, I'm lucky to be here. I need to act on this. I think this is gonna be big. I think this is where we're gonna really see this technology play out is as each person has their smartphone, you might be in a store and all of a sudden you get that text, that flash sale text or that, whatever, a notice. So that's the NXPI, and this is the pure play of that chip. And these are the guys who make this chip. All right, Verizon, of course, Verizon and AT&T are going to be part of this. Of course, you're going to be using phones over a certain network. Verizon and TV have the networks. T-Mobile also. And you can see Verizon kind of fell off the other day, but reversed nicely yesterday. And we're going to see if we can follow through and push back into consolidation. We get back up to 3730 area, we're definitely going higher. Stochastics are also set up on Verizon, meaning that the momentum is drying up to the downside, and these could easily pop. Now, most of these stocks we've been looking at are set up with the stochastics put down, and the truth is a lot of stocks are set up like this. So one of the calls I've been making in the market is, even though we're going into Friday tomorrow, which is a Friday, first of all, but it's a Friday before a 3-day weekend. We tend to have lighter volume on this. And I've seen when the market really rise on light volume. A lot of people say, well, we're not going to do much. Maybe we won't, but I have a feeling that we have a lot of good setups here, and we could easily get some, we could easily see the market kind of float up over 100 points tomorrow. And that's what I'm looking at. But we'll see. That's going out on a limb. I can't predict anything. But I do see a lot of setups that are setting up. A lot of setups in the financial sector, a lot of setups in the basic material, oil and gas sector all setting up, ag sector setting up, and now technology and some great opportunities in technology are setting up. So I think there's a perfect storm to the upside. A couple other wild card ones, the RFMD, RF micro devices. They also do radio frequency signals. And I haven't looked into this one much, but I do like the pattern here. We have a double bottom crossover, volumes picking up. We're holding at 580. You got to look at this. You got to look at this one as a potential player also. And this one, love it how the stock pulled back. We're kind of putting this inverted head and shoulders pattern. We had a little dip down, right shoulder, holding off a double bottom. Stochastic starting to cross back up. It actually looks pretty good at this point. So RFMD is another one. And I guess, that covers up pretty much all the stocks I wanted to talk about tonight. Of course, I think one of the best bets is Verifone at this point because they're really the first in this technology, really established themselves in stores. They're going to be launching this technology and launching in the Iowa, and on the East Coast in New York, some of the bigger cities on the West Coast. And then they're going to, again, launch it nationwide down the road. But they're already set up. They already have all their terminals, which are all enabled with these NFC or near field communication chips. and they're all enabled, and and Google has the phone. So this is Google Verifone, very big opportunity here going forward. I think that this is going to catch on, and this is going to be a big tech phase, and we're going to hear a lot about this. So Verifone got to be one of the best bets, and the other one, again, of course, the NXPI, which makes the chip. That's one of the pure plays. And then we're talking about NCR. I think that's the next one, I would say. The third one, if you're going to look at buying a basket of these stocks, NCR would be the third one. NCR, and then we have MCRS, Micros, I would say would be the fourth one, which looks also very nice here. Of course, Google is set up for going into the next couple of days. We're going to watch Google very closely tomorrow. So a little update. I was going to do an article, but God, I was spending about 3 hours doing research on these stocks, and there's so many other good ones. So I'll see you guys in the market tomorrow. I'm going to send this out now, and you'll probably get it in the morning. Most of you guys are probably sleeping by now. This is DayTraderRockStar for DayTradingRadio.com.